Welcome back to Dicing with Death, everybody. So, Haynes finishes up his meal, which is a rather large meal. Cookie eats a bunch too, and the two of them head off to their chambers. Later in that day, you will find out that they are seated in Kel Greller's room, which is adjacent to yours.
Okay. I don't know if there will be a later that day. I may be leaving right away, but we'll see.
Well, at some point, you will find out that they are seated in the room adjacent to yours. They've got the window view while you have the non-windowed, I believe.
There's a napping closet full of books.
Yeah.
At some point, I will tell Greller what I've seen.
Song?
Yeah, song. Tell Baron song. Damn it, the Ranger did it! Lady Redshield is dead. I'll whisper that to him in case we need to make a conspiracy about it.
He pulls you into a corner and goes, "Who else knows?
Well,
Who else is aware of this?"
The tracker who dug her up and finished the job. Styx, I think his name was. And at least one villager has witnessed.
I want that land. I think you know what you have to do. I didn't hire you on for your morality. Or maybe I did.
It was very publicly my expedition.
Good.
I can... What's he sniffing? Or is
I smell onions. I smell delicious onions in the other room. Caramelized onions.
Chat's asking about my 4th level spell. Do I learn it yet, or do I need
you can pick a 4th level spell right now.
All right, I think I want polymorph other. So shall we roll for that?
Yeah, what's your chance to learn?
It is 80%. Sorry, subtracting the...
D100, 80 or lower.
Oh, that's right. I get to roll this one. Usually you roll for my spells in private.
Oh!
All right, what's the backup?
Well, you get 3... You roll 4 and you get 3 spells. That's how we do it.
Okay. Thunder Staff seems pretty cool, but I've got to use a Oaken Staff. Maybe Pebble the Boulder, Ultravision. There's so many good 4th level spells. Looking at Stone Skin, maybe. I feel like I could still use some defensive capabilities.
What about straight up fear?
Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty cool.
Or Lesser Geas? We've never used any Geases to the best of my knowledge, but...
Are those the quest spells?
Yeah. You force someone else to undertake a quest for you, somehow.
I could send Styx on a quest. And there's also a Wall of Fire and Wall of Ice. Oh, Shadow Monsters. Too much good stuff.
Magic Mirror?
That's a scrying spell.
Why is it not Divination, then?
It isn't? I guess because you make the object into a... Is it one of the opposing schools of divination, maybe?
It's Abjuration.
Okay.
So good in the other room. No, it's not opposed. Divination. Is it incorrectly tagged? Yes, it is. It's supposed to be enchantment or divination.
I can't learn Lesser Geas because I don't have enchantment. Not that I necessarily wanted to, but
Magic mirrors. It's categorized.
Ice Storm. Fear is it just one creature? Causes creatures within the AoE. Yeah, it's a cone.
Oh, but it's only 60% chance.
To drop. It's a save to resist. And then if percent chance to drop. Then.
Nice.
That does sort of go along with the whole Georg thing. But dig. Gotta dig, dig a diggity dig. Conjure elemental. God, it's all so good. Chat suggesting Phantasmal Killer. That's a fun one, but it only affects one creature.
What about shadow monsters?
Yeah, I was looking at that one as well. Yeah. That just like summons. It's like a better monster summoning, I think. What does shadow do? They like drain
shadow monsters?
Believe in the shadow monsters suffer real damage. Special attacks such as petrification or level drain do not actually occur, but a subject who believes they are real will react appropriately. I can't decide. That's why I was putting off this discussion. Damn you, chat, forcing me to make decisions. I do also have a locate creature on a scroll that is a 4th level spell that I'll learn at some point. I think I need something more routinely combat effective.
Well, you could grab like a fireball.
That's a 3rd level spell.
Yeah.
I need a 4th level spell.
Avard's Black Tentacles is pretty combat effective.
Yeah, 1 hour per level?
But it's a full round casting time.
Yeah.
Conjure Elemental Kin. Ooh, casting time is a turn. Ugh. Charm Monster.
Black Tentacle. Yeah, Charm. I can't do enchantment and Charm.
Oh, right.
Fear is an illusion.
Is that Zeratul?
What?
Fear is an illusion?
I have no idea. Thinking of Dune. Fear is the mind killer. Hallucinatory terrain. I want it all, Neil. I want it all. Gotta catch all the spells.
Yeah, it's a StarCraft 2 Dark Templar.
Okay.
Also, it's a Michael Jackson quote.
What's the Monster Summoning 2 table like?
How many monsters do you summon with Monster Summoning 2?
I don't know. I was wondering what the table was like.
Yeah, I'm looking that up. Bombardier beetle, giant centipede, killer or giant frog, gnoll or flind, land lamprey, lizard man, mongrel man, mud man, large spider, sturge, giant toad, troglodyte. Kind of weak. Monster summoning spells are all really weak. But I guess they could be kind of cool because you could have monsters attack a town and then people wouldn't know that you were doing it. You know, it does give you minions to work for you.
Yeah, I feel like Shadow Monsters is cooler.
Yeah.
You get to pick whatever kind of shadowy, illusionary monsters you want.
Summon Lycanthrope?
Yeah, that's crazy. It's like a ritual spell, more seems. Like you have to like make a special circle, a warding circle.
Got it.
It only works on the full moon. Maybe just a cool. Well, maybe Stone Skin. It lasts forever. It lasts a certain number of attacks, not it doesn't have a duration. As far as I can tell. So let's roll on Stone Skin.
There's also Vitriolic Sphere.
What is that? Vitriolic?
That's like an acid sphere. It does d4 points of damage per level, half if they pass their save, but if they are hit with it, if the victim fails their save, he continues to suffer acid damage in the following rounds, taking 2 less damage dice each round. So you would do 8d4, and then if they fail their save, then they take 64 and 2d4. 64, 44, 2d4. So they would do 20 d4 damage over the course of 4 rounds.
It's pretty impressive. I think I'm going to roll on Stone Skin. Ice Chat summoned his Phantasmal Killer. I mean, it's like a single target disable. It's pretty cool. It's like a horrible thing to cast on someone, but no, Stone Skin it is, and that passed.
All right, and your third spell?
Oh, I get a third.
Yeah, you get 3 if you roll. 3 if you roll, or you can pick 1. So.
Yeah, so I think I want a combat spell. Wall of Fire? Nah. Thunderstaff is pretty theatrical. It's like an AoE stun. You shall not pass kind of situation.
Those who fail are hurled 4d4 plus 4 feet by the wave of force, suffering 1 point of damage per 2 feet thrown.
Now, I want something, either a crowd control or damage. I've got a defensive one, and I got some cool utility. I don't like that. Is that spell you were describing like an acid explosion, basically?
Yeah, it's a 1-foot sphere of glowing emerald acid that has a 5-foot radius of explosion.
Oh, so you roll it around?
No, you toss it like a fireball.
Oh, okay.
150-yard range. It's pretty big. The football field and a half.
Pew!
Pretty good for killing trolls.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think I do need another combat. How much damage does Pebble the Boulder do? That may be the combat spell I'm looking for, because it's also pretty useful outside of combat.
3d6 plus 8. Maximum range of attack is equal to 50 feet plus 10 feet per caster level, so you would get 130 feet to throw. Only you can throw it.
The caster's THAC is used to determine success.
Yeah, so you make an attack roll. Only taking into account dex, though. I would not... When you're throwing a boulder at someone, I think your shield and your armor has no effect.
It doesn't... it's not an AoE. It's just you throw it at a single target. Can enchant 1 stone at 7th level and gains 1 stone per... Oh, okay. And it's also reversible.
Mm-hmm. And you get a number of rocks equal to your experience level?
That's to shrink them. To throw them, you only get 1. Well, you get 1 at 7th level and 1 per 3 levels. Yeah, so 2 at 10.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't say how large they get.
In terms of damage, it's really not great, but it's... But the reverse is good for...
Well, I would say it's a boulder, right? So it's not a big rock, it's a boulder. It's like... It's got to be at least 8 feet across, minimum, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would say 10 feet across is a reasonable stone to boulder 4th level spell.
For some reason, I'm drawn to Thunderstaff. Doesn't do any damage, but it stuns. And it's very theatrical.
You could take improved strength. You would get D4 plus 4 strength.
Yeah. Ultra Vision is super useful, but I think I may save that.
Is it better than your...
Well, it's like a 10-hour long infravision in magical darkness.
But you have True Seeing.
Yeah, as long as I have souls.
Oh, you could just replace your amulet with all True Seeings.
Mm-hmm.
You'd never need another detect magic spell. Right? Does True Seeing reveal magic auras?
I think so. I think it does have some sort of magic detection. All right, I think like in
Enchanted objects are
fear.
apparent, yeah.
I'm like in fear or shadow monsters. Phantasmal Killer is also in that same vein, but it's only single target. I like Thunderwave. Which of those should I roll on first? Fear. Shadow Monster. Shadow Monsters wouldn't work on unthinking creatures, right? Because it's an illusion.
Right. But neither would Fear.
Yeah, exactly. Thunderwave, I think, can work on all creatures.
Yeah. But it may not be that effective against, like, a giant.
No, anything with good saving throws, pretty much.
Well, I just meant, like, I would rule the Thunderstaff probably wouldn't knock a giant back just because of the size.
Unless
it says specifically.
It says all creatures need to make a saving throw or be stunned and thrown a few feet. Can move objects up to 640 pounds.
Yeah, so anything that weighs more than 640 pounds would not be affected by it.
Need some rain gathered during a thunderstorm. That Let's roll on the Thunderstaff.
Right.
Need 3
Thunderstaff,
attacks.
and what was the other one that you got?
Thunderstaff and Stone Skin. Right?
Yes.
Which one did? And I failed Polymorph Other.
Correct. All right, they've been added to your character sheet or your spell list.
Okay.
Anyway, so meanwhile, Baron Song is looking at you and saying, "You know what to do."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so I will rememorize Phantom Steed and take off. Ride like the wind. Let's see. I actually don't know what to do.
Kill him. Take his soul and claim credit.
But didn't I ask that in my head? Oh well.
That is the answer in your head. Maybe it's the answer from your amulet that's speaking to you.
Yeah. All right. Well, after I've made myself the needles, I'm gonna resummon my Phantom Steed and hit the road.
Okay. You still have plenty of days before.
Six is gonna be able to walk his ass back to Thornwood.
It's gonna take him a while. Well, he's got a horse.
Does he? Oh, I guess it didn't. The pack horses died, but I guess he's got a riding horse.
He's got 2 riding horses. If he needs them.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your plan? Where are you going to try to intercept him?
As soon as I can. I'm riding, yeah. somewhere north of Thornwood if I can. Probably just past the turnoff where the path to Rainwood diverts from the main road.
Is that where you're going to wait for him, or are you just hoping to encounter him there?
I think I'll wait for him there, maybe checking on intermittently with scrying, but for now I'm just gonna get out of town as quickly as possible.
Okay. It is 50 miles to Thornwood, which you travel with ease on your horse, your Phantom Steed.
I avoid Thornwood and continue on the road.
Your horse can now walk over water, correct?
No, swampy ground. So actually, maybe it's worth...
So you do have to go through Thornwood to cross the rivers.
Okay, there's no other ways across the river?
No.
But I can cut through the woods around... Oh, wait. I guess you do have to go through the town to...
You do.
Okay. I think I'll do the same thing where I dimension door. Actually... Yeah.
You can dimension door across the river.
I think what I'm going to do is ride to here-ish, where the road comes near the river. Oh, okay. Here-ish, and teleport across the river. I can feather fall my horse in order to... do that. So it will add an extra probably half hour or so of dealing with rememorizing spells. God, I'm going to miss having this Potion of Vitality cast at all times. Use. Yeah. So Featherfall the horse, Dimension Door across the river with the horse.
Yes.
And keep on riding. So skirting Thornwood and cutting. How long? It normally takes a little more than a day to ride from Rainwood to Thornwood.
Yeah, it's 50 miles, and you can normally go like 24 miles in a day on foot. On horseback, you can push it to 48, but your horse will be exhausted.
Yeah, mine can go 64 in 8 hours, correct?
Yes, without being exhausted. Hold on, though. When you get to the river to cross it, do you feather fall?
It's not a crossing. It's where the river comes near the road.
Right. But you are crossing the river. So when you get to that point, the river's narrow enough that you can cross. It's maybe 200 feet across at this point, so you can easily dimension door. What do you do about your horse?
I dimension door with me, so I cast Featherfall on the horse to decrease its weight so that it's light enough that it's teleported along with me.
On the other side, when you land, you hear this noise while you.
Oh, but I would have cast Stone Skin. That I'd memorized it and I would have cast it at some point.
Sure.
Because it lasts. You're gonna say it goes away when I go to sleep? Oh shit! I need granite and diamond dust.
You cannot have cast it then.
Ring. Where can I get some fucking diamonds? Would I have been able to get that in Misty Rapids?
Yeah.
Okay.
There is a
So
shopkeeper
I don't know if you want
there
me to have to turn around and go back to Misty. At what point I would realize that I need to get some diamonds? Or do you want to deal with this encounter?
No, we'll say you can go back beforehand, but we'll just get to the same point later.
Okay.
We'll flash back, and then we'll just flash forward.
Yeah, and I'm assuming I can't purchase rainwater collected during a thunderstorm.
I think you can probably just fish it out of a barrel.
How do I know it's collected during a thunderstorm?
Oh, okay. Not during a thunderstorm, no. That would be, you have to collect it on your own.
So we're waiting on Thunderstaff. Okay. How much does diamond dust cost?
You can buy diamonds in Misty Rapids. I don't know how you're going to turn it to dust, but you can get diamonds.
Okay, whatever. Maybe. God. See, why did Chad even convince me to look up spells? It's not like I can even use them anyways. I guess we'll just move on and deal. I think I'll probably need to take this to the forge and pound it down to the diamonds myself.
Yeah.
Is the jeweler? You're telling me the jeweler's not going to be able to?
Yeah, I don't think he's
diamond dust.
Makes diamond dust. Does Thornwood have a magic shop? A magic supply store?
I don't know. But I'm not in Thornwood.
No.
Thornwood doesn't, and Misty Rapids doesn't.
Misty Rapids doesn't. I don't think Shirebrook does either.
Yeah, Rohana runs it.
Oh yeah, totally. You could get diamond dust in Shirebrook.
Or make it myself.
Yeah.
Fine. All these new spells and nothing to do with them. Okay, so I've teleported across the river.
Right.
It's been how many more hours?
You memorized some more spells. That probably takes a couple hours. Then you rode for probably 3 hours. Let's say another HP.
Yeah, okay. Would you like me to roll a perception check?
I would, but you're reeling for a round, so why don't you wait?
Yeah, sure.
Instead, the screeching spider-like creatures come out of the trees and start coming towards you and your horse, screeching back and forth. Here we go. The 6-foot-tall creature with incredibly long arms and fingers, large fangs, a big pot belly covered in orangish fur spotted with black dots, and tremendous ears, big bulging eyes, a broad flat nose, skirts its way towards you along with one of its companions. The first one lunges at your horse, trying to grab at it with its claws and dig its teeth in. What is the AC of your horse?
Chat says, oh no, it's Lady Red Shield.
Horse AC?
2. Sorry, did you not hear that?
No, I didn't. Okay, it misses your horse entirely. The other one comes over towards you, reaching out its long claws for you.
I avoid eye contact.
Your AC is 10?
AC is 10.
Alright, it misses you with its bite, but rakes you with its fingers. You take 6 points of damage.
I literally just blinked into this encounter.
You literally just blinked into an ettercap counter.
Part of me is kind of tempted to test out the anti-poison capability of my unicorn horn. If not, I guess let's roll for initiative, and if I lose, I die.
All right, roll your initiative.
They've like surrounded me in one round, so like
But no, there's one that's trying to eat your horse, and one that came up to like reeling Georg, who is pitched over on the ground.
I can reverse the horse, a staff, and lightning bolt them both with one bolt.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Chat seems to think that diamond dust is easier to come by than we did, but I guess it's...
Well, when chat runs their own world, then they can go ahead and...
the argument being that diamond dust is probably a byproduct of cutting diamonds.
Right, so if you go to a diamond mine, you'd have it, but a jeweler wouldn't sell diamond dust.
Jewelers cut diamonds. You don't cut them in the mines.
Okay, I see what you mean in that sort of way. Yeah, there'd probably be some diamond dust around, but a jeweler wouldn't carry it on him for any reason. It's not a thing to sell.
This is going to be a really salty death, I think.
Okay. The first ettercap goes after your horse again.
It missed last round?
Yeah, it missed last round. It misses again this round. Now that you are no longer like reeling and laying against your horse, ettercap. Okay. Misses with its teeth and one claw. The other claw rakes you for 2 points of damage.
Really? No GM hacks?
I mean, I can re-roll the attacks if you want me to, or re-roll the damage.
This is just cutting it way too dangerously close. How does spell interruption work? Fuck.
Spells are interrupted if you take damage.
Okay. I roll initiative for next round.
What do you do this round?
I lost my lightning bolt.
You're just gonna stand there then?
I can't move without provoking opportunity attacks. I can't switch to activating the amulet, can I?
You could probably cast invisibility. You could probably use an amulet charge. That's a pretty easy thing to do.
I'm not at full HP. I'm at 2 HP, by the way, chat. And
all right, initiative then.
I mean, I guess if I can use the amulet, I'll switch to using the amulet.
What do you do with the amulet?
I guess I turn invisible. Or I could, I don't think a magic missile is going to bring these both down. Yeah, I turn invisible with the amulet if I can squeeze that in at the end of the round.
Yeah, not a problem. You vanish from sight. The ettercap on the left, the one that's been reeking your legs, gives a shriek and hops back a moment, its wide eyes kind of blinking back and forth, used.
Actually, you can't take opportunity attacks against creatures you can't see, right?
Correct.
Oh, how does pocket? I forgot about the pocket dimension.
Yep.
Reminding me of that chat. Probably would have used that instead of invisibility if I had registered. Is that something that I could declare at an? It's like a automatic action, or is it like casting a spell?
Last, not priests, like wizards. Where is our dimension list? gains the power to disappear by stepping into a pocket dimension once per day. I would say that's an innate ability. I would say that's the same as the amulet. You could do that as a last resort if you want to change an action.
Okay, yeah, I would do that instead of invisibility if that is acceptable at this point in time.
Sure.
We haven't rolled anything next round.
No, but it's nice to play with new abilities. Let's do it.
Yeah. Can I bring the horse with me or no?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
And you can also not see what happens on the other side.
Yeah. Okay. So I disappear into the pocket dimension. This is in spells and magic, right? I was trying to find
Yes.
it. Okay. And then the next round, I guess, do in one of my potions.
2d4 plus 2.
Yeah. Seven HP. Ugh. And then I'll cast Displace Self.
You are displaced.
Yeah. And then I'm going to, this will be the third round. I think I'll return out of the pocket dimension and cast a color spray. I want to read the description though of the pocket dimension first. You want to roll for eating my horse? It has 2 AC and 15 HP.
Sure. I've rolled the things that need to be rolled.
Hold on a sec. Let me bring one other human-sized creature or object weighing less than 500 pounds. It does weigh less than 500 pounds as it's still feather-falled. But if it's not human-sized, the horse can't come with.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, at 8th level, disappear. That's not an actual spell though, is it? Like disappear? It's in italics, but it's
Disappear?
Yeah.
What page are we looking at?
It's named in the, I don't know, what is this? 31? I don't know if this lines up.
For the Dimensionalist? Disappear. It's in italics, so it sounds like it's actually the spell.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well, we can look it up another time. But I think I can instantaneously enter and exit. But once I exit, does it disappear?
Yes, I think it's you step in and out, and that's it.
Okay. All right. So 3 rounds later, I will be stepping out and blowing a color spray into these ettercaps.
Disappear is not a spell, though.
Yeah, I wonder if it's a reversible spell.
From appear?
I have no idea. In any case, maybe chat can figure that up. Yeah, that's how I feel, Hob. How did I just TP into an encounter? The world of Dungeons and Dragons is a very strange one. All right, do you want to roll a surprise for these guys, or?
When you show back up on the other side, they're gone.
And my horse is still there?
Your horse is still there.
I probably do wind up color spraying anyways. Maybe not. I mean, if I...
You color spray all over the place.
Really? They took off in like the last... I guess it's been a few minutes. And they didn't find my horse very tasty.
Garrick ponders.
I guess I remount. What does my pocket dimension look like is a good question. I don't know. I'll let your imaginations work on that for now. But it's probably, yeah. It's probably a reflection of my subconscious, no?
Oh.
All right. So I guess I mount back up and continue riding. That was very, very awkward encounter. What is diamond dust? I'm thinking that any jeweler should have diamond dust that available for sale, but we can argue about that when I'm back into town.
Sure, we'll argue later.
Although stone skin would really help me out here. This is going to turn out to be like deep pockets, and I just hang on to it for levels and levels and never get to use my spells.
And now look how useful it is. Anyway, you continue, right? You go around Thornwood.
Mm-hmm.
This side has actually a larger gap before the river. So you cross the river, and then it's like 1,000 feet or so before you get to Thornwood.
Yeah, I think I'm circling the city entirely and going.
Oh, actually, it's 2 miles from Thornwood to the river on this side. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll circle around to that crossing.
Mm-hmm.
And
okay, you make it to the other side of the bridge. Now you are trying to do this in secret, right? We typically ignore road encounters, like traveling from Misty Rapids to Thornwood. You pass people on the road all the time. Peasants doing this, peasants doing that. So if you're going to try and take this route from Thornwood to the other side of the bridge secretly, do you have any? How do you want to avoid being seen by any potential road travelers?
I'm not actually sure that I will take the road. I think I'm staying in the woods.
Okay.
Other option be turn invisible. Okay. My horse is pretty much a dead giveaway though, so I think I'm in the woods north of the road. So you may want to. You can roll another ettercap encounter if you'd like.
Okay. North of the road on your side of the river.
Yeah, God, if I had more HP, I would have loved to. Well, that's probably pretty stupid poison to be testing the unicorn horn with.
Yeah, it's save, throw, or die.
Yeah, I think I am immune to it though. But the monstrous manual is just got a one-liner, so it's hard to tell. They don't give you proper instructions for how to dissect a unicorn.
Fortunately not. So, now what? You just lay in wait?
I'm wondering if I want to try and continue riding north to head him off.
Well, how do you feel about it?
There's like one path south, right? Like
right.
It's unlikely if I were to continue heading north that I would miss him, correct?
It's just one path alongside the river. I mean, technically he could go all the way around, but that would be unusual. The bridge is definitely the only way into Thornwood, unless he comes from the other side, from Cauldron, Misty Rapids side.
Yeah. There's no way to clairvoyance. I can only go locations. I can't try and locate him remotely. What is that? That locate creature is pretty close range too, though. Yeah. Well. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to try and guess like the quickest he's moving, where he would be. Do that calculation as I dimension dork. Well, yeah.
Give me an intelligence check.
Yeah. So I'll be pausing on this side of the river to catch a few spells so that I can teleport across the river again. Mm-hmm. I almost managed to fail my intelligence check.
So you remember that it took you guys pushed it and you made Thornwood to Rainwood in a day. But that was really rough on your horses. And then you did Rainwood to the village in a day. So it should take him 2.5 days, 2 days if he's really, really pushing his horses. And if he left right as soon as he walked, as soon as your clairvoyance
That was this morning, so he's probably in Rainwood right now. I think I'm not going to cross. I think I'm going to ride straight for Rainwood. So I don't know how far I get into the Thornwood Forest before I realize that and cut straight north. Because I can ride all night, he can't. So I will hopefully hit Rainwood in my next 8-hour horse shift.
All right.
So at some point when I need to redo the rituals, I'll conjure a tiny hut, memorize a few spells, and continue on.
There are little forest creatures who flee from your horse, scattering as you go through the hills. And sometime before dawn, but deep into the night, you see Rainwood. Well, you hear a river, and then as you approach, you see Rainwood on the other side of the river. You spot the tavern that people met Lady Redshield in. And you see Rainwood Keep kind of off away from town on the side. But why don't we take our third and final break before we enter Rainwood proper. See you guys on the other side. Bye.